It's Sunday, and that means it's time for a trip down memory lane. This week we continue with our journey through LGBTQ pop culture history. And this time we are looking at the year 1981. If you somehow missed last week's video about 1980, I'll put a link to that video at the end of this video for you to check out. But before we continue with the trip down memory lane, I just want to say thank you to the channel members and you, the subscribers. Without members and subscribers, this channel wouldn't be able to exist, so thank you very much. It really means a lot to me. If you enjoyed this Rewind video series, give it a like. It really helps with the algorithm so that other people can find it more easily on YouTube and then also enjoy my video series. With that being said, let's head over towards the rainbow and follow the yellow brick road down memory lane.
Rewind! Let's go back in time.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
2, 3, 4, black guys, help the white guys, okay?
(1981), the year MTV launched.
My small dog walks around with shoulder pads. I think everyone should wear shoulder pads.
I have them in my
if they're
pajamas.
small.
Shoulder pads soared and queer culture was thriving, well, kind of quietly. In a world still hostile to open queerness, subtext was survival, and coded messages made their way into pop music, movies and TV. But that didn't stop LGBTQ people from dancing, dreaming and making history. Let's rewind to 1981 and explore the hidden and not so hidden gay moments that made the year unforgettable.
But mostly what this area of Santa Monica Boulevard has become is a place where men go to become beautiful. For the space of 1 mile, there are 3 men's gyms on this street, plus several more close by.
While many celebrities were still closeted in 1981 due to immense societal pressures, a few bold stars were starting to blend gender and queerness in mainstream music.
So you choose to get involved in it. You don't have to get involved in it.
You can't help getting involved in it.
You don't have to get involved in it.
If somebody picked on you, you're getting involved.
No, I don't fight.
Yeah.
You don't have to fight. If you're really into dressing up, then you wouldn't have to fight, would you? If you're really into it that much, you wouldn't care what other people thought.
Well,
Yeah, we'll say somebody hit ya.
Although Culture Club hasn't officially debuted yet, Boy George was making waves on the London club scene. With his flamboyant style, gender-fluid fashion and magnetic presence, he was already a queer icon in the making, soon to become one of the decade's most famous gay figures. Meanwhile, Sylvester, the high priest of disco, was still going strong. Known for his soaring falsetto voice and unapologetic gay image, Sylvester's music like Do You Wanna Funk, which was released just after 1981, was already dominating gay clubs. His 1981 performances were bold statements of queer joy in a changing world.
John Waters is the man responsible for making Divine a movie star.
And in the underground, artists like Divine, working closely with filmmaker John Waters, were showing that drag, camp and queerness weren't fringe, they were art.
I like to make people laugh at something that you would generally never laugh at in real life. Like there's a scene in Polyester where trick-or-treaters come to the door and the woman doesn't have any candy, so they kill her.
1981 wasn't just the dawn of synth pop, it was also the soundtrack to queer survival. One of the biggest hits was Soft Cell's Tainted Love, a moody, synth-heavy anthem about toxic romance, and it became a gay club classic almost instantly.
Don't touch me, please. I cannot stand the way you tease.
Mark Almond, the band's lead singer, was openly bisexual and a fixture of the UK gay scene. The song's desperate longing and outsider energy struck a deep chord in LGBTQ audiences.
Let's get physical, physical.
Olivia Newton-John had us working up a sweat in more ways than one, with her super gay and super fun music video for Physical. With all those sweaty bodies, I'm pretty sure some closeted guys watched the music video for some one-on-one time. Another banger was the Grace Jones hit, Pull Up to the Bumper. With lyrics filled with cheeky innuendo and a beat that pulsed with sexuality, it became an anthem in both gay clubs and drag balls. Grace's androgynous image and refusal to conform made her a queer icon.
Why do fools fall in love? Why do they fall in love?
Even Diana Ross kept the disco flame alive with her 1981 album Why Do Fools Fall in Love? A reminder that love, in all its forms, was worth singing about.
Trying to sweep the poor little widow under the carpet?
Think again.
1981 saw a wave of films with heavy queer undertones, even if no one said the word gay out loud in the movie. Top of the list was Mommy Dearest. Faye Dunaway's legendary portrayal of Joan Crawford gave us camp for the ages. Though not explicitly queer, the film's melodrama, fashion and iconic lines earned it cult status in the gay community almost instantly.
By the way, my friend, why were you not at my party tonight?
Then there's Zorro the Gay Blade, a parody film starring George Hamilton in dual roles, one as a classic Zorro and the other as his flamboyantly gay twin brother, who takes over the mask while dressed in color-coordinated pastel outfits. The film is outrageous, knowingly campy, and plays into every gay swashbuckling fantasy, making it a guilty pleasure and a cult classic for many queer viewers. While it's a product of its time with some stereotypes, it also gives Bunny a surprising amount of charm, confidence and power. And let's not forget about Clash of the Titans, with Harry Hamlin in a toga, serving heroic Greek god realness. Let's just say it sparked more than a few awakenings for some closeted gay men. At the time, Hamlin was already known for his classic Hollywood good looks, but Clash of the Titans immortalized him, literally. Throughout the film, Hamlin appears in minimal clothing, often in form-fitting tunics or shirtless entirely, showing off a lean, statuesque body that seemed to be sculpted by the gods themselves. For many young gay men watching in 1981, this was the moment, the point where the line between admiring the hero and wanting the hero began to blur.
You're a homo?
Well,
The reason I ask is I've never seen one before.
Soap, the satirical sitcom starring Billy Crystal as Jody Dallas, continued into its 4th season. Jody was one of the first openly gay characters on American TV, and while the show walked a tightrope between progress and problematic tropes, it remains an important piece of queer TV history.
I mean, don't be ashamed. Whatever you do, I mean, stand up. Come out of the toilet, as the phrase has it. And stand up and say, I am tempted to be a homosexual.
Across the pond, British TV began testing the waters with more camp characters and drag in comedy, with shows like Not the 9 O'Clock News, poking fun at norms while sneaking in queer sensibility.
Acquired immune deficiency syndrome, or AIDS, started as an exclusively gay disease. This depression of the immune system can lead to a rare form of cancer.
But as we all know, 1981 wasn't just pop, fashion and fun. It was also the year a mysterious illness began spreading in the gay community. On June 5, 1981, the CDC published a report about 5 gay men in Los Angeles diagnosed with a rare form of pneumonia, later identified as the first documentation of what would become the HIV/AIDS crisis. Though many in the public didn't yet understand the full scale of what was coming, the LGBTQ community, especially in New York, LA and San Francisco, began to organize, share information and care for one another in ways that government refused to. This movement marked a profound turning point, one that would define the decade and the fight for gay rights for years to come.
Coming soon on cable, MTV Music Television, in stereo. You'll never look at music the same way again.
1981 was a year of contrast. Disco fading, new wave rising, and queer people finding joy in art, fashion, music and each other, even as a dangerous new disease loomed. It was a year of coded glances, whispered truths, and brave steps forward. And looking back, we see how those seeds planted in 1981 would soon grow into a louder, prouder, more visible movement. What were your favorite moments from the year 1981? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it and you haven't checked out the first video in the series, I'll put a link to that at the end of this video for you to check out, so please check it out. You can also check out my short videos that I post during the week. That is throwbacks to hunks from the past that you might have forgotten about, so there's always something interesting there to watch. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed this video, I can't remember if I said you must give me a like, but give me a like, it really helps. It means a lot to me and it helps with the algorithm. You can also check out my smaller channels if you want to, you don't have to, but it will mean a lot to me if you check them out. I work hard on all my channels and my small channels. I'm mumbling now. Thank you very much and I'll see you in the next video.